Oh, goody.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again, and today we're back with another Marvel Snap video. So in this one, we're going to be covering the new cards, talked about them in the last video, but in this one, I wanted to basically just mention a few things that were not mentioned in that video that we got in this blog here, and then we're going to do a quick top 5 of what I think the best cards are that are going to be added to the game with the upcoming Pool 4 and Pool 5, or Series 4 and Series 5 as the developers are calling them. So first up, blog here, I'll have a link in the description to this. There's some information here that wasn't in the developer update video I think is pretty important. I'm not going to read through it all, but there's some stuff I am going to quickly cover here. So they talk about Series 4 and Series 5. So Series 4, Pool 4, we're launching Series 4 with 10 new cards. Unlike earlier series, Series 4 can be found in the Collector's Reserve boxes, whether you have all the Series 3 cards or not. These cards are quite rare. They are 10 times more rare than Series 3 cards. If you're looking for something specific, you can always target it in the shop, the token shop. So more agency with the token shop stuff. Talked about that in the last video. Now with the collector tokens things, there's going to be more ways for you to get the cards that you want, and you don't have to complete Pool 3 in order to get these cards from the new Pool 4 and Pool 5. So that's a really great thing, honestly. Collector's tokens are being added to collector's caches and reserves. You will have a 25% chance to get 100 tokens dropped from one of those. Once players have all of the Series 3 cards, they'll have an additional 22% chance to get 400 tokens, which is a significant increase. That seems good. The shop stuff seems pretty good overall. Definitely like to see this. And then Series 5, ultra rare. Series 5 launches with 6 new cards, including Thanos and Galactus. These are the rarest cards in the game. They can also be found in the reserves, but they're 10 times rarer than even Series 4, so super unlikely to show up. When we release new cards, or this is a important piece of information here, or when Season Pass cards are no longer available in their pass, they'll be temporarily added to Series 5. We don't expect players to get every new Series 5 card immediately, since not every card is going to be good or useful for every player. You have to decide which of these are worth saving the collector's tokens for. So it sounds like it's really rare for them to show up in the boxes, but you can buy them in the collector token store. We also see the cost here for how many tokens are needed for each card. So a Pool 1 card is 1,000 tokens, a Pool 3 card is 1,000 tokens, a Pool 4 card is 3,000 tokens, and a Pool 5 card is 6,000 tokens. They do talk about getting all the cards eventually. Over time, some cards will be moved down from Series 5 to 4, and some from 4 to 3, to help players who are starting late catch up with getting some of these new cards. So, good to know. There's also a gift to get us started here. So, if you are between level 500 and 1,000, you get 3,000 collector's tokens. If you're between 1,000 and 3,000, you get 6,000 tokens. And if you're 3,000 plus, you get 12,000 tokens. Also, if you are not currently at collection level 500, you will be granted 3,000 tokens once you make it to level 500. So even if you're brand new to the game, you won't be missing out here, which is pretty nice. Really like that. Very positive thing. So those are kind of the quick little things that were not mentioned in the developer update video. Now, let's get on to talking about my top 5 cards from this new Series 4 and Series 5. So we're going to start out with the Series 4 cards, first of which is She-Hulk. She-Hulk is a 6 cost, 10 power, and her text reads, costs 1 less for each unspent energy last turn. So really cool design here, also great artwork. But so the immediate thing that comes to mind with this card is going to be using Sunspot to get pumped off of your unspent energy and then slam down a She-Hulk for a very reduced cost, 10 power. It's nothing to scoff at. So the things I'm mainly thinking about here are you could pass your turn 5, pump up your Sunspot, and then turn 6 you could play a 1 cost She-Hulk as well as something like Iron Man or another big impactful card for 5 mana. Another thing is you could pass your turn 4 and then get this down to 2 cost. So play this for 2 and then another powerful 3. There's just a lot of interesting stuff you can do with this card, and I really like the design of it and how it kind of leans into the idea that using all your resources every turn isn't always the most effective way to be playing the game. All right, our next card here is Absorbing Man. Absorbing Man is a 4-cost, 3-power, and has the ability on reveal. If the last card you played has an on reveal ability, this card copies it. So immediately, this is a card that really makes me think of Mystique. Mystique being very similar thing. If the last card you played was ongoing, you copy it. He's the same, but with reveal, and he has 3 power instead of 0 power. I really like this card. I think it's going to make a lot of sense in a just good on reveal deck, and I can definitely see some shenanigans going on with maybe Sarah reducing him to 3, so you could reduce him and another good 4-cost to 3, or just some multiple cheap guys, and I think it just makes a lot of sense. I think this is going to be a very cool combo-esque card, and I'm excited to see where he ends up finding a home. Our last card from the Series 4 here is Attuma. Attuma is a 4-cost, 10 power, and he reads, if you have another card here at the end of your turn, destroy this. So initially when I saw this, I was like, he's kind of like the other cards where you only want one thing in your lane, but then thinking about some more, just having things that prevent him being destroyed, like armor, you're just getting a really above kind of curve value here. Definitely makes me think of something like Typhoid Mary, where she has really high power for 4 costs, but has a kind of big downside. And I think this is arguably easier to mitigate than Typhoid Marys, potentially, depending on the deck. So I really like this card. I think it's pretty neat, and it's definitely, I think, my favorite of the effects that care about having only one card at a location. Next up, we're moving into Series 5 here, and starting out with Thanos. So obviously, super duper iconic character in the Marvel universe, and you actually have probably seen you can generate a Thanos to your hand with random effects, but he hasn't been collectible. So Thanos reads, at the start of the game, shuffle the 6 Infinity Stones into your deck. And obviously you haven't been able to do this because you aren't starting the game with Thanos, because he's only generatable right now. So we haven't been able to see the Infinity Stones. So we'll go through those real quick. They are all 1 cost. The Mind Stone is 1 power. On reveal, draw 2 stones from your deck. So helps you get your other stones. The Power Stone has 3 power. Ongoing, if you played all 6 stones, Thanos has plus 10 power wherever he is. So that also includes your hand, which could be relevant for things like Dracula. Reality Stone, on reveal, 1 power, transform this location into a new one, draw a card. The Soul Stone, 1 power, on reveal, draw a card. Ongoing, enemy cards here have -1 power. The Space Stone, on reveal, next turn you can move 1 card at this location, draw a card. And then the Time Stone, 1 power, on reveal, gain +1 energy next turn and draw a card. So pretty interesting set of abilities here. I like how, obviously you're going to have all these stones in your deck, so your deck's going to be less consistent, but they kind of all have ways of cycling and drawing themselves, so you can actually get the stones to power up Thanos and have some other interesting, cool effects going on there. No idea if this card is going to be good or not. Obviously, you have to fill up your locations with all the stones, and it's definitely going to be really interesting to see, though, if someone can make this work, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun either way. And then the last card here on our top 5 is Super Skrull. This is probably my favorite card that they have shown off so far. I think he is definitely going to be a very, very powerful card in a lot of decks. So he reads 4 cost, 2 power, ongoing. Has the ongoing effects of all enemy cards. Also, the art here is amazing. He's like copying the Fantastic Four. This is so cool. I really, really like this. Just a super interesting counter to all these decks that care so much about ongoing. You can copy your opponent's Iron Man. You can copy their dinosaur. You could copy just all these really powerful ongoing effects. And ongoing is pretty popular in the metagame right now. So the fact that you can have a card that literally just for 1 card gets to benefit from all your opponent's ongoing abilities is honestly insane. And I think this card is going to see a lot of play. But those are my top 5 of the brand new cards we're getting in Series 4 and Series 5. So really looking forward to this. Can't wait. Should be coming in the game soon. Definitely let me know in the comments below what your favorites are. And if you have any cool brewing ideas, I'd love to hear it. But that is going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed it, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.